Have you ever found yourself questioning why life seems so full of misunderstandings, trials, and unexpected setbacks? Why, despite your best efforts, others fail to see your worth or misjudge your intentions? These moments can feel isolating and deeply unfair, leaving you wondering if there's a purpose behind the pain. But what if everything you've endured, every doubt, every trial, every season of being overlooked, was part of a greater plan? A plan not to harm you, but to prepare and elevate you into the person God has always intended you to be. Your journey, though marked by challenges, is not defined by them. Instead, it is a testament to resilience, faith, and the miraculous ways God works behind the scenes. Each step of this path has been intricately designed to shape, refine, and transform you. What felt like rejection was redirection. What seemed like pain was preparation. And what appeared as darkness was a prelude to the light that would soon shine through you. This message is for those who have felt unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. It's a story of transformation, one that turns pain into purpose and trials into triumph. Together, we'll explore how God has used every moment of your journey to reveal your true identity and prepare you for the divine calling on your life. Across these 6 parts, you'll discover how misunderstandings refine your spirit, trials deepen your faith, and God's justice and grace elevate you into a life of clarity, purpose, and peace. So, as we dive into this transformative journey, open your heart to the truth that God's plan for you is greater than any obstacle you've faced. Let's uncover the beauty of His divine design, and together step boldly into the future He has prepared for you. Part 1. Misunderstanding and God's Purpose. Have you ever felt the sting of being misunderstood or misjudged? It's a heavy burden, one that makes you question your worth, your choices, and even your path. Yet, in these moments of doubt and confusion, there lies a profound truth. Nothing in life happens by chance. Every misunderstanding, every false judgment, every moment of feeling unseen or undervalued is part of a greater plan designed by God. These challenges are not meant to destroy you, but to shape and prepare you for a destiny far greater than you can imagine. God's purpose for your life is intentional, and every piece of the puzzle, even the painful ones, fits into a divine design. The misunderstandings you've endured may seem cruel or unjust, but they are tools in the hands of the Creator, chiseling away at what does not serve you and refining the person you are meant to become. Consider this. If everyone had always understood and supported you, would you have sought God as fervently as you did in those moments of solitude? Would you have cultivated the resilience, strength, and faith that now define you? These misunderstandings, while painful, have been a catalyst for your transformation. The truth about you has always been present, even when others failed to see it. Like a diamond hidden in the rough, your light was there, waiting for the right time to shine. God, in His infinite wisdom, allowed the misunderstandings not to punish you, but to prepare you. Those who doubted you, criticized you, or misjudged you were never the authors of your story. They were merely characters in a chapter that served a specific purpose. Their inability to see your worth does not define who you are or diminish your value. Instead, it highlights the greater truth that your identity and purpose are anchored in God's plan, not in the opinions of others. Now, the veil of misunderstanding is being lifted. Those who once misjudged you are starting to see the truth of who you are. It is not because of your arguments or efforts to prove yourself, but because God is revealing His purpose in your life. As His plan unfolds, the undeniable light within you becomes evident, and the very people who doubted you are left marveling at the transformation they never expected. This is the power of God's timing. He does not rush to vindicate you because the journey of growth is as important as the destination of recognition. Every tear, every moment of frustration, and every prayer uttered in silence has been part of His divine orchestration. The misunderstandings you faced were not just about others failing to see you. They were also about preparing your heart to handle the blessings and responsibilities that come with God's elevation. Imagine if you had been elevated without first enduring these trials. Would you have had the humility, wisdom, and compassion that now guide your actions? God allowed this season to refine not only your character, but also the circle of people around you. Those who truly value and support you are the ones who remain, while those who could not see your worth have been gently but firmly removed from your path. This realization should fill your heart with peace. The misunderstandings were not a detour, but a direct part of your journey. They were necessary for your growth and for the fulfillment of God's purpose in your life. When you look back, you will see that even the most painful moments had a purpose. They taught you to lean on God, to trust His timing, and to find strength in His promises. God's purpose is never about leaving you in the dark, but about revealing His light through you. As you move forward, the truth of who you are will continue to shine, not because of anything you do to prove it, but because God Himself is revealing it. This revelation is not for your glory, but for His. Your story is a testament to His power to take what was meant to harm you and use it for good. It is a reminder that no misunderstanding or false judgment can derail the plans He has for your life. As you embrace this truth, let go of the pain of being misunderstood. Release the need to explain yourself to those who never sought to understand you. Instead, focus on the path God has laid before you, knowing that His purpose will always prevail. The misunderstandings were never about diminishing you. They were about refining you, preparing you, and aligning you with the destiny that only He can see. Now, as the truth of who you are becomes undeniable, walk confidently into the future, knowing that God's purpose for your life is unfolding perfectly, just as He intended. Part 2. Trials and Resilience in Faith. Life often presents us with seasons of profound challenges, moments when the world seems to conspire against our integrity and character. You may have experienced times when your name was dragged through the mud, not because of any wrongdoing on your part, but because someone else allowed envy and insecurity to fester into harmful actions. It is painful to endure lies and false narratives, especially when they are crafted to diminish your light and make you feel small. Yet, even in the darkest storms, God is present, working behind the scenes to bring clarity, justice, and restoration. These trials are not a reflection of your worth, but rather a testament to the strength of your spirit. They are allowed by God not to break you, but to deepen your faith and trust in His justice. In these moments, it may seem like the world has turned against you. Friends distance themselves, acquaintances believe the lies, and you feel isolated, wondering why you must endure such unfair treatment. But here lies a profound truth. God sees it all. He knows the purity of your heart, the integrity of your actions, and the faithfulness of your spirit. And more importantly, He is using these moments to draw you closer to Him and to refine you for the purpose He has prepared. Psalm 37:6 reminds us, He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. This promise assures us that God's justice is never delayed. Every falsehood spoken against you, every misjudgment and every betrayal is being repurposed by Him to showcase His glory in your life. Just as Joseph in the Bible was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and falsely accused, you too may feel as though the weight of the world is unfairly placed upon your shoulders. Yet, like Joseph, your story does not end in the pit. It is a journey toward the palace, a testament to God's ability to elevate His chosen ones, despite the opposition they face. Consider this. What if these challenges were allowed in your life, not as punishments, but as preparation? The very people who tried to tear you down unknowingly became instruments in God's plan to build you up. Their actions, though driven by jealousy and resentment, were tools in the hands of the Creator, chiseling away at what does not serve you and preparing you for the elevation that lies ahead. Through these trials, you have been tested and strengthened, your character refined like gold in the fire. The beauty of God's justice is that it is not only restorative but transformative. While those who spread lies and deceit may think they have succeeded in tarnishing your reputation, they fail to see how their actions are ultimately working in your favor. Proverbs declares, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free." God's justice is perfect and fair, and it will unfold in His timing. The very lies that were meant to harm you are becoming the weight those individuals must carry, forcing them to confront their own actions and seek repentance. But this season is not only about the harm done to you, it is about what God is doing within you. He is using these challenges to teach you resilience, to deepen your faith, and to mold you into a person who is no longer defined by the opinions or actions of others. Each setback you've faced has been a stepping stone toward a greater purpose. Every tear shed in silence, every prayer whispered in desperation has been heard and answered by the one who holds your future in His hands. As you reflect on these trials, you may begin to see them not as curses, but as blessings in disguise. They have taught you to stand firm in your truth, to trust in God's promises, and to let go of the need for validation from those who never truly saw your worth. This resilience is not just a reflection of your strength, but a testament to the power of God working through you. The storms that once threatened to break you have instead revealed the depth of your faith and the unshakable foundation upon which your life is built. In these moments of reflection, ask yourself how you will use this season of vindication to glorify God. Will you allow the truth to strengthen your compassion, deepen your humility, and remind you of His perfect timing? The challenges you have faced are not the end of your story, but the prelude to your testimony. As you rise above the doubts and misjudgments of others, your life becomes a shining example of what it means to trust in God's justice and to remain steadfast in faith. This journey has been painful, but it has also been purposeful. The trials you've endured have prepared you for the blessings to come, shaping you into a person of unwavering faith and unyielding strength. Trust that God's justice will prevail and that every challenge was part of His divine plan to elevate you to a place of greater influence and purpose. Your resilience in the face of adversity is not just a victory for you. It is a testimony to the power and faithfulness of God, a beacon of hope for others navigating their own storms. Part 3. Transforming pain into renewal. Pain has a way of feeling final. In the midst of it, it often seems like an insurmountable barrier, a weight too heavy to carry. But when placed in the hands of God, pain becomes a tool for transformation. It is not the end of your story, but the beginning of a profound renewal, a reshaping of your heart, mind, and spirit into something far stronger and more beautiful than before. Your trials, though intended by others to harm you, have been repurposed by God as a means of refining you and preparing you for the next chapter of your life. This transformation is not something that happens overnight. It is a journey marked by moments of deep reflection, silent tears, and unshakable faith. The lies, betrayals, and misjudgments that once surrounded you might have felt overwhelming, but they were never meant to define you. Instead, they served as catalysts, propelling you toward growth and pushing you to align more closely with God's purpose for your life. Just as Joseph in the Bible endured betrayal and false accusations only to emerge stronger and more faithful, so too have you been walking a path of divine transformation. What once seemed like rejection was actually redirection. God was not allowing these hardships to punish you, but to remove the things that no longer served you. Toxic relationships, harmful environments, and even your own self-doubt were stripped away in the crucible of pain. What remained was the core of who you are, a person of resilience, faith, and untapped potential. This process, though painful, was necessary. Like refining gold, the heat of your trials burned away impurities, leaving behind a stronger, purer version of yourself. The beauty of this transformation lies in its quiet power. You didn't need to argue your case or seek validation from others. Instead, your growth spoke for itself. The very people who once doubted you are now left grappling with the undeniable evidence of your renewal. They see a version of you that they never expected. A person who has risen above the negativity, embraced their divine calling, and moved forward with grace and confidence. This is not a result of anything you did to prove them wrong. It is the result of God's work within you. God's timing in this transformation is perfect. He did not allow the lies and false judgments to have the final say. Instead, he used them to shape a narrative of redemption and renewal. As Genesis reminds us, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. The harm others intended for you has been turned into a testimony of God's grace and power, a story that will inspire and uplift others who face similar struggles. This renewal is not just external, it is deeply rooted in your spirit. You have become someone who prioritizes faith, peace, and growth over the fleeting distractions of this world. While others may have sought validation through chaos and destructive behaviors, you chose a different path. Through prayer, reflection, and unwavering trust in God, you built a foundation that cannot be shaken. This foundation has become the bedrock of your transformation, allowing you to rise above the circumstances that once sought to define you. The lies that were meant to tarnish your name have instead illuminated your strength. The pain that was meant to break you has become the source of your power. You are no longer the same person you were before these trials. You have been renewed, transformed, and strengthened by God's grace. Your heart is more compassionate, your mind more focused, and your spirit more aligned with His purpose. This is the essence of divine renewal, a process that takes what was broken and makes it whole again, better than before. As you embrace this transformation, you may find that others are drawn to your light. They see the strength and peace that radiate from you and are inspired by your journey. This is not a call to arrogance, but to humility. Your transformation is not just for your benefit, but for the glory of God. It is a living testament to what He can do in the lives of those who trust Him completely. Now, as you step into this new chapter, consider how you will use this renewal to serve others and glorify God. The pain you endured was not in vain. It was a preparation for something greater. Your story has the power to bring hope to those who are still in the midst of their own trials, showing them that transformation is possible and that God's plan is always good, even when it is difficult to understand. Let your transformation be a beacon of hope and a reflection of God's faithfulness. You are not defined by the pain of your past, but by the renewal and purpose that God has brought into your life. Walk boldly into this new season, knowing that every trial you endured has brought you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Trust in the process, trust in God, and know that your best days are ahead, filled with promise, purpose, and His divine blessing. Part 4. The miracle of forgiveness and liberation. Forgiveness is one of the most profound and challenging acts of faith. It is not a sign of weakness, but a declaration of strength, a reflection of a heart aligned with God's purpose. When you forgive, you are not excusing the harm done to you. Rather, you are choosing to free yourself from the chains of bitterness and resentment. Forgiveness is not about erasing the past, but about ensuring it no longer has power over your present or your future. It is a miracle that transforms pain into peace, allowing you to walk forward with grace and purpose. In the midst of betrayal, lies, or misjudgment, the human instinct is often to seek justice or vindication. There is a deep desire to be understood, to prove your worth, and to make others see the truth. But forgiveness shifts the focus away from others and back onto God. It requires surrendering your hurt to Him, trusting that His justice will prevail in ways that are far greater and more profound than anything you could orchestrate. As Romans 12:19 reminds us, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, 'It is mine to avenge, I will repay,' says the Lord." Through forgiveness, you are choosing to release the burden of carrying someone else's wrongs. This act is not for the benefit of those who hurt you, but for your own liberation. Holding on to anger and resentment only binds you to the very pain you seek to escape. It weighs down your spirit, clouds your mind, and hinders your ability to fully embrace the blessings God has prepared for you. By forgiving, you are breaking free from this cycle, allowing yourself to heal and move forward unencumbered by the actions of others. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. It does not require you to re-enter relationships with those who have proven untrustworthy or harmful. In fact, forgiveness often involves setting firm boundaries to protect the peace and progress you have worked so hard to cultivate. It is a way of saying, I release the hold you have over my heart and mind, but I will not allow you to disrupt the life God is building for me. This distinction is crucial because it reinforces that forgiveness is about your healing, not their redemption. The act of forgiveness mirrors God's grace toward us. None of us are perfect. We all fall short and make mistakes. Yet through Christ, we are forgiven, our slate wiped clean, and our hearts renewed. Ephesians 4:32 encourages us to be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. This divine forgiveness is not something we earn. It is a gift freely given, and in turn, we are called to extend it to others. When you choose to forgive, you are walking in alignment with God's heart. You are demonstrating a profound trust in His ability to handle what you cannot. You are choosing love over anger, peace over chaos, and faith over fear. This choice is transformative, not only for you, but also for those who witness it. Your willingness to forgive becomes a testimony of God's grace and a reflection of His character in your life. The process of forgiveness may not happen overnight. It requires prayer, reflection, and sometimes a continuous decision to let go of the pain every time it resurfaces. But each step you take toward forgiveness brings you closer to the freedom and peace God desires for you. It allows you to reclaim your energy, refocus your mind, and fully embrace the purpose He has set before you. Consider this. The people who wronged you may never apologize or acknowledge the harm they caused. They may continue to live in denial or remain trapped in their own cycles of negativity. But their actions are no longer your concern. God sees every detail of what happened, and He will deal with them in His perfect timing. Your role is not to carry their burden, but to release it and entrust it to God. Forgiveness transforms you. It softens your heart, strengthens your spirit, and aligns you more closely with God's will. It allows you to let go of the weight of the past and step boldly into the future, unshackled and free. This liberation is a gift from God, a reflection of His desire for you to live in peace, joy, and abundance. As you move forward, let forgiveness be your guiding light. Use it as a tool to release negativity and cultivate a heart that is open to love, compassion, and growth. Let it remind you of God's unending grace in your life and inspire you to extend that same grace to others, even when it is difficult. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about you and your journey with God. Through it, you are not only healed, but also empowered to walk confidently in the purpose and blessings He has prepared for you. Trust in the miracle of forgiveness, for it is the key to true liberation and peace. Part 5. God's elevation and the clarity of purpose. When God begins to elevate you, the transformation is undeniable. It's not merely about success or recognition. It's about stepping into a divine purpose that is uniquely crafted for you. This elevation is not a result of the opinions of others or even your own efforts. It is God's work in your life, a reflection of His grace, faithfulness, and plan. With elevation comes clarity, a newfound understanding of who you are, who you were created to be, and the path God has laid out for you. This process of elevation is not without its challenges. Often it comes after a season of trials and purification, a time when God removes what no longer serves you to make room for what He has prepared, Toxic relationships, harmful influences, and self-doubt are stripped away, leaving behind a foundation that is firm and unshakable. It's during this time that you may feel isolated or misunderstood, but this solitude is part of the preparation. God is refining you, teaching you to depend on Him fully, and aligning your heart with His purpose. As you emerge from this season, you begin to see the evidence of God's elevation in your life. Doors that once seemed closed suddenly open, opportunities align perfectly, and your path becomes clearer. The transformation is not just external, but internal, a deep spiritual renewal that radiates from within. Your priorities shift, your confidence grows, and your faith becomes unshakable. You no longer seek validation from the world because you understand that your worth comes from God alone. This elevation often surprises those around you, particularly those who doubted or misunderstood you. They may struggle to reconcile the person you are now with the image they once held of you. Their judgments, criticisms, and false perceptions are overshadowed by the undeniable evidence of your growth. They begin to see the strength, peace, and purpose that define you, leaving them questioning the narratives they once believed. This shift is not about proving them wrong. It is about God revealing His work in your life for His glory. God's elevation also brings clarity to your relationships. As He lifts you to new heights, not everyone will be able to journey with you. Some people are only meant to be part of your story for a season, and their absence in this new chapter is intentional. God is protecting your peace, guarding your blessings, and ensuring that those who walk alongside you are aligned with His purpose for your life. This refining of your circle may be painful, but it is necessary. It allows you to grow without the weight of negativity or distraction, freeing you to focus on the path ahead. Clarity also comes in understanding your purpose. When God elevates you, it is not just for your benefit, but for His kingdom. Your success, influence, and growth are tools for inspiring others, for sharing His love and truth, and for glorifying Him in all that you do. This is not about self-promotion, but about becoming a vessel for His light to shine through. Your story, once marked by trials and adversity, becomes a testimony of His grace and power, a beacon of hope for those still navigating their own struggles. The beauty of God's elevation is that it is perfectly timed. It does not come too early when you are unprepared, nor too late when the opportunity has passed. It arrives precisely when you are ready to step into it, when your heart is aligned with His will, and when you have the strength and wisdom to carry it forward. This divine timing ensures that you are not only elevated, but sustained, with the tools and support needed to thrive in this new season. As you walk in this elevation, you may notice a shift in how others perceive you. Those who once underestimated you begin to see the undeniable evidence of God's favor in your life. Their doubts and criticisms fall away, replaced by a recognition of the transformation that has taken place. This is not about seeking their approval, but about trusting that God's work speaks for itself. Your growth becomes a silent yet powerful testimony of His faithfulness, one that requires no explanation or defense. In this season of elevation, your focus should remain on God. Let gratitude fill your heart for the blessings He has poured into your life. Use this time to deepen your relationship with Him, to seek His guidance in every decision, and to align your actions with His purpose. The clarity that comes with elevation is a gift, one that allows you to walk confidently in your calling and to inspire others to do the same. This is your time to embrace the person God created you to be. Let go of the past, the opinions of others, and the doubts that once held you back. Step boldly into this new chapter, knowing that you are walking in the purpose He has designed specifically for you. Trust in His plan, lean on His strength, and let your life be a reflection of His glory. This is not just an elevation, it is a transformation, a divine unfolding of the destiny He has prepared for you. Part 6. Walking into your divine future with confidence and gratitude. As you step into this new chapter of your life, The path ahead is illuminated by God's unwavering guidance and abundant blessings. This is your moment, a time to embrace the fullness of who you are, to walk boldly into the purpose for which you were created, and to live in alignment with the divine plan that has been set before you. Everything that has come before, the trials, the misunderstandings, the pain, has been preparation for this very season. Now you are free to thrive, unshaken by the negativity of others and unburdened by the weight of the past. This season is about stepping into your divine calling with confidence. You are no longer bound by the opinions or judgments of those who sought to define you. Their narratives, once loud and overwhelming, have faded into the background, overshadowed by the undeniable evidence of God's work in your life. You no longer need their validation, because your worth has always been rooted in the Creator who formed you. As Jeremiah assures us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." The future before you is one of promise and purpose. The clarity you now have is a testament to the trials you endured and overcame. Every obstacle you faced was not a setback, but a stepping stone, lifting you closer to the destiny God has always envisioned for you. The storms that once seemed insurmountable are now a distant memory, replaced by the calm assurance that comes from walking in alignment with His will. Your resilience, forged in the fires of adversity, now serves as a foundation for the abundant blessings that are unfolding in your life. Gratitude becomes your guiding principle in this season. Reflect on how far you have come and the strength it took to get here. Thank God for the grace that sustained you, for the lessons learned through hardship, and for the transformation that has taken place within you. This gratitude is not just for the blessings you can see, but also for the unseen ways God has been working in your life, orchestrating every detail to align with His divine plan. Let this gratitude shape your perspective, reminding you that even in moments of uncertainty, God is always faithful. Your story is now a testimony, not just of resilience, but of God's glory. The trials you endured have become the foundation for a powerful narrative that can inspire and uplift others. Think of the lives you can touch by sharing your journey, those who are still in the midst of their own struggles, searching for hope and guidance. Your transformation is proof that with faith, perseverance, and trust in God, anything is possible. Let your life be a beacon of hope, a reflection of the truth found in Romans. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. In this new chapter, you may still encounter challenges, but your perspective has shifted. You now see trials not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, refinement, and a deeper reliance on God. You are equipped with the wisdom and strength gained from past experiences, and your faith is unshakable. The foundation you have built through prayer, reflection, and obedience to God's will ensures that no storm can uproot you. You are firmly planted, ready to face whatever comes your way with confidence and grace. This is also a time to guard your peace and protect the sacred space you have cultivated. Not everyone who was part of your past is meant to journey with you into this future. Trust that God has refined your circle, removing those who were not aligned with His plan for your life. This is not a loss, but a blessing, allowing you to grow without the weight of negativity or distraction. Surround yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and share in your vision for the future. Those who see and celebrate the light within you. As you move forward, consider how you can use your blessings to glorify God and serve others. Your elevation is not just for your benefit, it is a platform for spreading His love, truth, and hope. Whether through acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or simply living a life that reflects His grace, you have the power to make an impact. Your journey is a testament to the transformative power of faith, and it carries the potential to change lives. Finally, walk into this future with humility. While the blessings you now experience are a result of your resilience and faith, they are ultimately a reflection of God's hand at work in your life. Let this understanding keep you grounded, reminding you that your success is not solely your own, but a part of His greater plan. As you rise, continue to seek His guidance, lean on His strength, and remain committed to the path He has set before you. This is your time to shine, not for your own glory, but for His. Trust in the journey ahead, knowing that it is divinely guided and richly blessed. The opinions of others, the struggles of the past, and the storms you've endured no longer hold power over you. You are walking in the light of God's truth, a reflection of His love and faithfulness. The best is yet to come, and with each step, you are moving closer to the fulfillment of His promises. Embrace this season with joy, gratitude, and unwavering faith, knowing that you are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness. Walking boldly into your purpose. As you reflect on the journey you've traveled, it becomes clear that every moment, both joyful and painful, has been woven together into a divine tapestry. The misunderstandings, trials, and transformations were not random occurrences, but intentional steps designed by God to shape you into the person you were always meant to be. The trials were not the end of your story. They were the beginning of something far greater, a testimony of resilience, grace, and unwavering faith. Now you stand on the threshold of a new chapter, one filled with clarity, purpose, and divine favor. The storms that once sought to shake you have only strengthened your foundation. The lies meant to diminish you have been overshadowed by the undeniable truth of your growth. And the pain you endured has been transformed into a source of power and renewal. This is your time to rise. Let go of the opinions and judgments of others, for they no longer hold power over you. Release the weight of the past, knowing it was necessary to prepare you for the blessings and opportunities that lie ahead. You have been refined by fire, strengthened by faith, and elevated by God's hand. As you move forward, remember that your journey is not just about personal victory, but about glorifying the one who brought you through. Use your story to inspire others, to be a beacon of hope for those still navigating their own storms. Every step you take in faith is a testimony of God's grace, a reflection of His power, and a reminder that His plans for you are always good. So walk boldly, with your heart full of gratitude and your spirit grounded in His promises. Trust that the best is yet to come, and embrace the abundant future God has prepared for you. You are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness. Let your light shine, not for your own recognition, but to glorify the one who has carried you every step of the way. The story of your transformation is far from over. It's just beginning, and it holds the power to inspire, uplift, and change lives. Trust in the journey ahead, for it is divinely guided, richly blessed, and filled with endless possibilities. This is your moment to step fully into your purpose, knowing that with God by your side, nothing is impossible. Keep moving forward with courage, faith, and unwavering hope, because your best days are yet to come.